morning, everyone, and welcome back to Sherry's Plant-Based Kitchen. Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and I'm very fortunate this year that I get to go to a friend's house because we have family out of town and we're not able to gather this year. So we'll be at a friend's house, and I don't have to do a lot of cooking since I did a lot of my Thanksgiving cooking earlier this month when I did some videos on some my favorite Thanksgiving recipes. But today we're going to have some company over this evening just to talk and sit around and have dinner, maybe play some games and relax. And I thought I'd make a nice dessert for them that's very healthy. As you know, Dale and I have cut out processed sugars. We are only using date sugar when we need to, and that's rarely when we bake something, which is not too often. But I thought today I would show you how to make some delicious cinnamon scones from this cookbook. It's from the Forks Over Knives cookbook, which has a lot of great recipes in it. So let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is get out a big measuring cup, and what I did, I took a half cup of unsweetened plant milk and I added 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, and I mixed it up, and you want it to curdle a little bit, so set it aside, and once it curdles, then you add in 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. So there's that. I'm just going to set that aside, put that over there. And then another thing I did to get ready is I took some oatmeal. And I'm just talking about regular long cooking oatmeal because it calls for 3 cups of oat flour. So you can make this totally gluten-free if you get gluten-free oats. Today I used my regular oats and I just threw them into my Vitamix blender and it becomes flour. So you don't have to go to the store and purchase oat flour. You just make it with oatmeal. Simple, right? So I put it into this bowl along with 2 tablespoons of baking powder, a half cup of my wonderful premium date sugar, and I'll show you what it looks like. Can you see in there? It looks like sugar, but it's a little bit darker because it's made from dates, but it's just dates that are ground up, nothing else. So you're getting all of the nutrients from the dates, where in sugar, you're just getting sugar. You're not getting anything really healthy. We also put in just a little bit of salt, and I'm going to just mix this together so that it's mixed up. One thing when you bake, you don't want to overmix your ingredients because then it gets sort of, it's not as moist when you bake it. So there, we've mixed it up sufficiently. Okay, and then in a small bowl here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together a half cup of just organic unsweetened applesauce. I'm going to put that in this bowl. And I always go a little heavy on the applesauce because there's your moisture. And then I'm going to take 1/4 cup of pure almond butter. So what this is, I get this at Whole Foods, and it's just almonds that have been ground up in their machine, and that's all you're getting. No salt, nothing extra. So let me take out 1/4 cup of this. Let me measure it into my, oh, that was perfect. See, I've been cooking so long, I can just throw it in there and know exactly when it's a 1/4 cup. So let's put it together. And then it says to use a fork, and I'll show you what we're going to do. We're just going to work this into the applesauce. I'm going to just keep doing this for a minute or so until it's very well blended. These scones are absolutely delicious. But while I'm doing this, let me talk to you about what we're doing now to take care of our sweet tooth, since we're not eating a lot of sugar. We don't eat sugar anymore, actually, and we're trying to just eat healthy snacks. So in the evening, we are trying to pop up some natural popcorn. So we had this last night, just something to munch on. Now, some people put nutritional yeast on theirs. I just eat it plain. It satisfies my urge for something crunchy. And then my favorite new fruit are persimmons. Have you ever had one of these guys? This is the season for them. I found them at Whole Foods, and I'm so fortunate because my daughter's mother-in-law in California lives on a farm, and they grow them. So she always sends me at Thanksgiving a bunch of persimmons. And I mean, I go through them quickly. So all you do is really peel them, and I don't even know how to describe the taste. It's sort of between an apple and I'll say a pear, something like that, but it's a unique taste. It's not super sweet, which I like, and it's a little crunchy. So you just take the skin off and slice it up and eat it. Unbelievably good. I could eat those all day long. All right, let's see how we're doing here with our almond butter and our applesauce. It's still just a little, needs a little bit more of this, getting it all combined beautifully. So I want to show you what it'll look like, the consistency, once we get it combined. And of course, this applesauce is unsweetened, so we're really sticking to it. Staying with the whole foods. I have to tell you while I'm doing this that this morning I received an email from a dear friend of mine whose husband has had some heart issues and has gone totally plant-based over the last, I would say, year. And he is off all of his medications. His doctor just couldn't believe it. He says, "You're not even having eggs or milk or any meat?" And he goes, "No, none of that." He's doing fabulously. So I'm just so happy for him and for her. They just have this just vibrant life now, that they don't have to be bogged down with heart disease anymore. So that made my day to get that email today. Okay, I think we're ready to do it. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put it into the flour mixture, and we're going to fold it into here. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, I'm going to read the directions. Use the fork to cut the applesauce. Okay, oh, add the milk mixture and add the milk mixture. I forgot to do that. Add this first until it's just moistened. Okay, there we go. I knew there was something else I had to do before I put it into the flour mixture. There we go. So we're just going to mix that up. Okay. Then, do not overmix. Okay, then we're going to put this all into here. And again, it says do not overmix, so I'm going to be very careful with this. Let me grab a spoon that I can mix this with. Get my very trusty wooden spoon here. Get all this out. There we go. And I'm just going to mix it all together. These are so delicious. I remember giving these to our next door neighbor. Remember, Dale, when we moved in here to our new place? Mm-hmm. And she just went crazy for them. She said, "Wow, I can't believe there's no bad stuff in here." I said, "Nope, just good stuff." So see, I'm trying to be careful, just combining it, but don't want to overmix. We're almost there. Pick it up from the bottom and just sort of fold it in. Folding, folding. So I hope all of you are going to have a wonderful Thanksgiving this week, and that you'll be able to spend it with friends or family. And it's a real joy to be able to gather again, isn't it? After almost 2 years of having to be very careful and cautious about going out and being with others during a pandemic. So I hope everyone is healthy and well through this holiday season. Okay, I think one more little mix should do it. Okay. Now you might be wondering, I said we're going to be making cinnamon scones. Well, where's the cinnamon? Well, that comes on top. So we're going to first, okay, this is all combined, I'm pretty sure. One more little thing. Oh, I want to get it all in there. There we go. Get my fork. Take this off. One more little mix right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 1/4 cup measuring cup. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to, I think I'm going to wet it though, because what we're going to do is we're going to scoop it out. 1/4 cup goes into on our baking pan here that I've lined with parchment paper, and I preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Got a little tongue twisted there. Okay, so here comes one. Let's try to scoop it out. There's one scone. Again, I'm going to let me get another bowl so I can have some water ready to go here to put this into. Yeah, I don't want them to stick, so I want to make my life easier here. Take another. See how many we get out of here. I think we get quite a few. Just 2, 3, use your fingers to just pull it on out. 4, now it's starting to stick, so I just add a little water, get it wet inside the cup there, and then it comes out a lot easier. See how it falls right out? 4, that's 5, 6 of them. Wow, I hope we have enough room here, Dale. 7. Getting sticky again. Just wet this one more time. I'm going to have to move these up because we have so many of them. Okay. I don't remember getting this many. I think we're going to get like 2 more, so we'll find a place to put this last one somewhere. Maybe the last 2. Let's scoot this guy over and this guy and put him in the middle. And I've got a little bit more, so what I'm going to do is just add a little bit to each one. Some of them maybe look a little smaller than the others. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So you probably could get a dozen. I had made them a little bit smaller. There we go. I don't like to waste anything. Let me just wash my hands off and then I'll show you how we make our cinnamon topping. And then all you do is pop these babies into the oven, bake them. I think it's a 350-degree oven. And you bake them for, let's see what it says, 20 to 24 minutes. Okay, so how do we make the cinnamon topping? Very easily. You take our date sugar, and we're going to put 2 tablespoons of date sugar into a little bowl. See how fine that sugar is? Some of the date sugars are a lot more chunky. This one is really fine, so it's great for sprinkling. Then we're going to take some cinnamon, and we need 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Get my measuring spoon out here, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Now this is a lot. I might save this because I don't even know if we're going to need all this. And you just mix it together until it's totally combined. You could use a little whisk, but I'm just going to use the little measuring spoon that I was working with here. Get some of the lumps out. Okay, now all you do, just take your little spoon and start to sprinkle it on top of each scone before you pop them in the oven. See, we're going to have leftovers. Whoops, we forgot you. We don't want to forget this guy. Okay, I think that's it. So all you do then is bake them, I said, like for 20 to 24 minutes. I always check after 20 minutes to make sure they're not burning. And we're going to pop them in the oven. And I think my friends are going to love these tonight. So again, wishing all of you the happiest Thanksgiving and holiday season and New Year. And I'll be back soon for more delicious plant-based meals. Take care. Bye-bye, everyone.